And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video, as always, we're going to be going over all the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. Whilst also, as I stated, going through today's headline, which is the huge Mo Salah news that could affect our title ambitions and the title race. Next up for us guys, of course, is against Sparta Prague on Thursday. Many people writing this game off as an easy win at this moment in time, and kind of just looking and piling and looking forward to the game, of course, against Manchester City. Now, whilst I do believe we have enough to go on and beat Sparta Prague, I do think we need to take them very seriously. I think they're a side, maybe not away from home, but certainly at home, that have posed and caused upsets and problems to other teams European-wise so far this season. So I do think they need maximum respect, most certainly. And whilst, as I said, we are playing them away from home, I think they could be at their best. So it's something that Liverpool do need to take seriously, especially if they do want to win this cup competition. And yeah, we need to give them maximum respect. And ahead of this game, guys, of course, we did get the triple injury boost at the weekend with Wataru Endo, Dominic Szoboszlai and Darwin Núñez all returning. And in some capacity, they'll probably be involved in that game on Thursday. But as stated, a lot of people's eyes are already drifting towards that game against Manchester City because it is probably the biggest clash of the season. It's going to have a huge say on where that title ends up come May. So it's I can't blame people looking forward to it and looking ahead to it. However, there is still some time for more players to return back from injury, and as stated, we want to be progressing and trying to win that Europa League and get into Dublin, so we do need to respect the opponent and make sure that we are focusing on that one first and foremost, which as players they definitely are, of course they are, but fans, we're already just looking ahead and kind of writing off Sparta Prague as an easy win, but I don't think that will be the case. Going into this one, guys, as stated at the weekend, we had a triple injury boost, which was obviously great to see. Great to see Darwin Núñez obviously make an impact off of the bench. Wataru Endo made an impact off of the bench, and so did Dominic Szoboszlai. But, of course, we're still wanting more players to return. Obviously, there is a lot of players currently out at this moment in time, and the question on everybody's lips is with regards to Mo Salah. Mo Salah, of course, has missed the last 4 games, has sat out of the last 4 games, and the big question is he going to be back and ready to go for that Manchester City game? Well, there has been a big boost. Mo Salah is back in training. Reports late last night stated that he will return to training tomorrow, which was in the early hours of Tuesday morning, stating that he would be back in training for Tuesday. Whether the Europa League game will become far too soon, he may be able to make an impact off of the bench against Manchester City. So that is a huge boost with regards to our title ambitions, and certainly a player who can make an instant impact within that game against Manchester City and, of course, win us that match. However, having said that, it does also have another direct correlation with regards to the Egyptian national team. We play Mo Salah in the game against Manchester City, or in the games leading up to the international break, then he will then be selected and called upon for the UAE international friendly. Liverpool did write a letter to, of course, the Egyptian national team to basically say, look, you've got 2 friendlies coming up. Can we keep him behind? Can we have him at Liverpool? Can he not go and represent his country? And Egypt basically came back with a snarky response stating if he plays between now and then, he will be playing for Egypt. Now, everybody, of course, is slightly outraged with regards to it because, well, Mo Salah is coming back from injury. He's worked like a workhorse, especially with Egypt, and you know what they're like, money making. They're trying to make some money. That's what this UAE friendly tournament is all about. No competitive matches, simply all about money, and everybody knows that Mo Salah will sell the tickets, especially in the UAE. Without Mo Salah being involved, there won't be as much money made. So Egypt don't care about the best interest of Mo Salah at this moment in time. He's just simply a workhorse and a blockbuster name to represent the country at this pointless tournament, quite frankly. Let's be perfectly honest. I'm not begrudging, I don't begrudge the African Cup of Nations. I think that's a great tournament and fantastic. I love to see Mo there, and I would love to have seen him win it. But with this friendly tournament in the midst of what we're trying to go for and what we're trying to compete for, and Egypt kind of knocking back our request to not call him up, I do think is slightly a disgrace, because it's all about money in the eyes of Egypt, in my personal opinion. So with regards to that, it does have a bearing. Obviously, Mo Salah is back, which is a big boost for us. He can make an impact in the games. However, it is a double-edged sword almost, because the fact that he's back, the fact that he's going to be making an impact, he'll be then worked all the way out in UAE for some pointless games. So it's down to him, of course, but as stated, that is some huge news that, of course, will affect our title ambitions. But it is good to see Mo Salah back, and hopefully now this is the start of more players returning back to the field again, because as stated at this moment in time, whilst Dominic Szoboszlai, Wataru Endo, whilst all those other players have come, Darwin Núñez has come back, there's still other names that we could do with back and get them back into the team that would obviously bolster our title hopes and help us push towards all 4 trophies. Those, of course, being Curtis Jones, Ryan Gravenberch, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Diogo Jota, Alisson, Stefan Bajcetic, Thiago, and Joel Matip, which seems unlikely he will ever come back again, and then Ben Doak as well, that he could make an impact. So the injury list is still extensive. Mo Salah is not necessarily ready to make an impact yet. He's just simply back in training, but at least we're getting into the groove of things. At least we're taking a step in the right direction, and as stated, hopefully we'll start to see more players, and we're over the worst of that injury crisis, and we can really make and go on now and get some more wins together, carry on where everybody's left off, and they pull together, but certainly get that quality back within that team and really make a push for this title, the Europa League and the FA Cup that's very coming up. We've also got that March international break as well, which will act like a stopgap as well, and hopefully see more players return again once more. So actually buzzing to see. Now, lastly, guys, as I see, there was another match in the title race yesterday. Of course, we won against Nottingham Forest. Obviously, Manchester City won also, but again, Arsenal last night beat Sheffield United 6-0, absolutely thumped them. So I think people maybe are writing off Arsenal. I've probably been one of them as well. I don't think that they are going to be the title winners. However, look, their form recently, they've obviously beat Liverpool so far this campaign, but their form recently is suggesting that they could go on and have a say in this title race, and certainly a tide that we've got to be mentioning with credibility to actually go who could go on and lift the title, because they're having a say. They're only 2 points behind us, and they're in absolutely phenomenal form, as stated, beating Sheffield United 6-0, beating Newcastle 4-1, beating Burnley 5-0, beating West Ham 6-0, and then also beating Crystal Palace 5-0. So they're absolutely pumping teams at this moment in time, and certainly a side that are with this title race, and it's making a very, very exciting spectacle with 3 teams going at it, I think, for the first time in Premier League history. But Liverpool fans, that's all I've got for you guys. Do you know your thoughts on Mo Salah? Down there in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Take care.